Welcome back, everyone, to, I guess, the first episode of, assuming we turned into a long-lasting show with stuff, like a review show.
Yeah, Review Guys One stream.
No, we're not streaming.
Review Guys One show.
No.
Review Guys.
Under review.
I don't like it.
Why? Because you're under review?
Well, no, because what's under review?
Well, today, it's the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Beginner Box.
Segue. Nice. It's, that's a College Shots Cast, thing, segue.
Yeah, you tried making it a thing all the time.
And it's now a thing. It came back on the newest College Shots Cast, which is this.
But anyway, we're here for a purpose.
We do.
And before we get into the depth of it, I do have to point out that the Beginner Box for 2nd Edition was provided to us by Paizo for this review. So, the Beginner Box for 2nd Edition came out way sooner compared to the release of 2nd Edition than 1st Edition Beginner Box.
It wasn't 10 years?
No, it wasn't 10 years, no. I mean, the game was out 10 years. That's when they released 2nd Edition, basically. Thereabouts. But 1st Edition Beginner Box was a massive hit. Seems that this one is as well, from what I've seen online. And I'd say for a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
The Beginner Box itself comes with, again, a Hero's Handbook, which 1st Edition came with. This one's a 72-page book, which has the rules for playing the game, creating characters, and skills, spells, and gear. That's something that's a little better, too, with the way that 2nd Edition characters are created without rolling stats. It's a bit more rounded and everything, because I remember 1st Edition, Ezren the Wizard wasn't intelligence as his strongest stat or something. There's something off about it, that it wasn't well designed for a wizard character.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So you're saying the characters, the pre-generated characters are better written?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, there are 4 that come in the book. It's Ezren the Wizard, Kyra the Cleric, Merciel the Rogue, and Valeros the Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
There are a bunch of blank character sheets, too, that you can make your own, which is also nice.
Our test actually had a character that was created.
Yeah.
Which was really cool to see the difference between a created character versus pre-gen.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be the case in a game regardless.
Yeah.
But let's get back into the list of stuff here, and then we'll go in a little more in-depth about our thoughts.
Segue.
Yeah. It also comes with a Game Master Guide, 88 pages. There's an adventure in there, 20 pages of monsters, rules for building your own adventure, and dozens of wondrous magic items, which I will say they do seem to be a little more giving of magic items for low-level characters than in the adventure paths and stuff that are out.
Yeah. I don't think we've gotten a magic item yet in Menaces.
Not really, but they don't really give out magic items in the Society Adventures so much.
Yeah.
They're things you can purchase, quote unquote, but we don't play Society quite by the Society rules, though.
Yeah, we're kind of Menaces in that way, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's
weird. It's that's the reason for the name of the show.
Yeah, we really took that right with it, I guess.
Yeah. This one also, like the 1st Edition one, comes with monster pawns to use on the full color map, double-sided map that it comes with also. Over 100 for the character and monsters.
Furda.
Is
that what you said?
I said for the. Actually, I was supposed to say for the. I may have said Furda.
I think you did.
But anyway, beyond that, there are 4 game reference cards to help players remember their actions, which are nice little things with the symbols on them telling what does what and the different types of things, like what's an action, what's multiple actions, basic actions. I think there's also conditions on them.
Basic conditions.
Yeah, the basic conditions, which is really helpful, especially for new players. And as always, a complete 7-piece set of polyhedral dice.
Right.
So, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said earlier about having a homemade character in it, I do think that the system or the beginner box is definitely designed more for beginners.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Which makes sense. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
We played it out, tested it, and it's a nice thing, but there's a lot of stuff that the rules don't necessarily cover, especially when players do weird things, like deciding to throw their great axe.
Hammer or axe?
I'm pretty sure it's a great axe.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it worked.
Yeah, I think the big thing is for beginners, it's fun and educational, the way it's supposed to. But as someone who's played Pathfinder 1 and obviously 2, it was fun. It was still fun for me. Even though I wasn't learning, I was just playing. So, I think that being a point is good for people who are trying to introduce new people with people who have already played. So, if we're bringing someone new in and we have them do the beginner box, the 3 people around the table who've played already aren't going to be like, oh, this is so watered down, it's boring. Like, it's still fun for me as someone who's played Pathfinder for 10, 20 years, 10, 15 years, while still trying to, like, teach someone new the rules. So I thought that was kind of nice, the way they did that.
Yeah, it's not just some plain know-nothing adventure type thing. It's designed to test the players and test the rules out. Each encounter is designed to, at some point, basically get things going further to teach a new aspect of the rules.
Yeah.
Like vision and stealth. Like, it's just...
Flanking, traps.
Yeah, traps, you guys.
Skills in combat, like using athletics to break out of, like, a spider web.
Yeah, so it's designed well like that, and it still maintains a cohesive story also, though. It's not like an obvious tutorial. Yeah. Obvious tutorial is obvious or anything like that.
It's like underlined. Is that the word? Like, it's subcontext. Is that the word? I'm trying to find the word.
Understated?
Yeah, it's like, it's built in well enough that a new player isn't going to be like, oh, this is the room that teaches us about traps.
Press W to walk forward.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's just, it puts you in it and makes you do it, and that's how you learn instead of telling you what it is, which I like that.
Yeah, show, don't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity to play it all. Well, it's a little different thing there. Yeah, adventure spans a decent amount too. I think you get to second level during it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think the second level that you go to in this area, you level up as you go into that second area.
Thought you leveled up later on than that, but
maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I thought it leveled you up.
Well, it definitely levels you up.
Yeah.
I don't remember where exactly it levels you up, though.
Yeah. Which is still cool. It kind of shows you the idea of, like, the character changing, like, growing. For new players, that's important. Obviously they know you're gonna level up, but, like, this shows the difference. So it's cool.
And they also, basically, as 4.1 ends, they even have something built in for the GM to pass along anyway, to show that there's the whole resting mechanic that they have, and, like, the getting sleep and all that, you come back later type deal, but rest is a big thing. You take your 10 minutes to recharge your I wouldn't say recharge your abilities, but
refocus. Yeah,
refocus or such.
All in all, I think it is, how much is this beginner box? I don't know if you have the...
Beginner box is $39.99 US.
Yeah, see, I think that's a point to it, is that, like, for $40, you and your friends can just start playing and really get an understanding of it and see if you like it before you spend more money on dice and, books and Hero Lab if you want to go that route. Like, I think that's
any character creator.
Yeah, of course. But, like, I just think that's cool. You can spend $40, get your toes wet, so to speak, before you jump in. And as someone who has issues with that, with my ADHD, I hyper focus on hobbies, and I spend $200 to realize that I like it for a week and then stop. Really cool to see an option where it's $40 that I would, like, have to spend instead of $200. So I think it's a good deal too.
Yeah, and the thing too with this one, they did not do it for the first edition one that I remember, but I know this one actually ties into adventures that came out after. Like, the beginner box adventure that you do, It actually follows up with an adventure that came out, and you can also follow up with one of the adventure paths as well.
Yeah, it
continues the story with those same characters if you want. But yeah, overall, I'd say for the $40, $39.99 plus tax. Jeez.
Ciao.
That the beginner box is a worthy and valid way to get into the game. It's self-contained, so you don't even need any of the other rule books out there. You're probably going to want them eventually, but even then, all the rules are free online.
Yeah.
So you can really dig in later on with that kind of stuff. If you want to learn how to play, take a weekend night, beginner box is a great way to do it.
And you'll be slaughtering baby calves in no time.
Well, there's no baby calves in this, and that's kind of your thing.
Yeah,
so.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, we don't want to give too many spoilers away.
From episode 2?
No, from this.
Oh, yeah. Got you. I thought you meant the calf. I was like, that came out already.
That was episode 3, but yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But anyway, I usually started off with this, but I'm Jason.
I'm Kevin.
Thanks for stopping by and checking out the review of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Beginner Box.
And we hope you join us on our next episode of Review Guys One Show.
That's not what it's called.
Come on!
No. If we come back with something else, we'll hope you're there.
Yeah, so we'll see you then.
Bye.
Later.